What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over an incredibly powerful options trading strategy that really works well on the S&P 500 ETF, the SPY, but is also applicable to any equity, any Forex pair, any cryptocurrency in the market. So we're going to go over this strategy in depth. I know some of you guys have heard of us talk about this strategy as well. So for you guys, it's going to serve as a little bit of a refresher, but we're also going to talk about a couple of other things that you guys need to be looking out for in terms of key support and resistance levels and how the charts we are using and that all of you guys have access to if you are in our membership are so incredibly powerful in using this strategy that it just kind of takes it all the way to the next level. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys do find value in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. Cost you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So the strategy, the 1348 EMA crossover, and again, very profitable crossover as we can see over here. One of the reasons why we like to trade this strategy right here is it's been very, very heavily studied. So first, ETF HQ found that the exponential moving averages, which weight most recent prices heavier than earlier prices, perform better overall than SMAs, which weight all prices in the time frame equally. Among short and long-term EMAs, they discovered that trading the crossovers of the 13-day and 48.5-day averages produced the largest return. Annualized return, about 10.16%. Annual return during exposure, 16.68%. Average return, 4.9%. Average profit, 14.62%, depending on the duration that these positions were held for. So again, there is a lot of research backing this strategy, but what we've done is we've got a lot more rules to this strategy that we teach you guys in our group, but we're going to go over some of those in this video as well. So the main basics for everybody that might be new to learning the strategy is you have a 13 EMA here in blue on my chart, a 48 EMA in red, the 200 EMA is in yellow. Now, when we're looking at these trades here, there's a couple of different rules that we need to follow. Now, this is a trade that I took on Thursday. What I was looking at here is I saw on the 5-minute time frame that the 13 EMA crossed below the 48 EMA. Now, this would signal somewhat of a bearish trend. But when you're looking at the 200 EMA here, that's going to give you an indication of kind of the longer term trend. So when you start to see price action and closing candles below the 200 EMA right here, that is kind of my striking point. That is one of the rules that we preach all the time. Calls above the 200, puts below the 200. Now, you can see that there's this little orange zone right here that I have drawn out. Now, what my plan was going into this trade was essentially playing this cross down to support. Now, this zone was drawn out from back here, and I'm going to show you guys how this is drawn out on our charts so you guys can see just how powerful these charts are. But this trade played out absolutely perfectly. Now you can see we did get this little retest here, and you could have played something what we like to call the rim. When we start to come back up and touch that 13 EMA right here, basically uses this as a level of dynamic resistance and then starts that move back down all the way back down to that level of support. Now, why has this been drawn as a level of support? Well, in the previous couple of days, we have seen price action respect this level very well. We saw price action come down here, bounce pretty much right off of it, come down here, hover around, break back down. You see it bounce back above it right here, then come down, use it as another level of support. And again, right here, we're looking at that level as well. You saw it happen a few days prior as well. Stock rips up, S&P 500 starts to go on a little rally, gets rejected, comes back down, uses this level as support right here before it starts to move back up. So you know that this level right here, when you're going into the trading day at around 374, when we were going into this day, was going to be a pretty important level. Now, coming over to the charts right here, we have this level drawn out for us as well. And let me throw this over to the 5-minute time frame so we can get a better indication of this. So again, the things that we are looking at here is on these charts that if you guys are in the Discord with us, again, we have 55 private live streams every single month for you guys, real-time options data on the alerts, which is very expensive to give you guys. We also have alerts on these 1348 crosses on a wide variety of different time frames on over 450 plus stocks. In addition to this, you get access to these charts. We also have a trading algorithm that trades 1348 on the daily time frame. At the current time that I'm recording, in about a month, by just trading shares, that trading algorithm that we like to call Trader Joe is up about 7.6%. So having a lot of success. If you guys are interested in that, prices are increasing next month in July. So check out that link down below if you guys are interested. But this is the day that we are looking at here, very similar to the chart that we were seeing on Webull. Now, looking at this level right here, you can see it drawn out right around here. You see this level of support being hit many, many times. So this chart right here is telling you all of the different levels where price action might have a pivot point. The other thing that you get on the chart, again, you get RSI with the moving average. We have an RSI moving average crossover strategy as well. We have the MACD, and then we also have the shaft trend cycle. When all of these indicators are indicating the same thing, which is exactly what happened right here, RSI below 50 and pointing down and below its moving average. MACD on the downside as well, showing momentum on the way down, and the shaft trend cycle, which is almost a better MACD, also signaling sell. This trade meets every single one of the rules and ended up being a profitable trade, about, for me, 18% when I took that trade. The other thing that I want you guys to think about on 1348 as well is it works on a wide variety of different time frames. You don't just have to trade it on the 3 minute, the 5 minute, the 1 hour if you're getting a little fancy. This works very, very, very well for swing trading too. I know a lot of people do work day jobs, so they're not able to sit at the screen every single day and stare at price action. Maybe you weren't able to see this move, but when you throw the SPY on the 4-hour time frame here, you can see very, very similar price action. When you come over here and take a look at some of the recent movements in the S&P 500 ETF, well, you had this put signal right here on June 9th. Then you start to see, well, price action is below the 200 EMA, RSI is below 50, pointing down and below the moving average here. MACD showing a lot of momentum to the downside, shaft trend signaling sell. You definitely could have used all of these rules and printed on the way down before price action started to come back up. Now, again, you do have this support level down here, so you could have played this down to support. But even if you were just playing this down to support, if you're getting it midway through this candle all the way down to support here, that's a 4.63% move in the market, or an $18.50 move in the S&P 500. If you're swing trading that a month out, you are making some very, very significant gains. Now, again, with any trading strategy, it is not going to be exact, but when you combine all of these rules together, you are putting yourself in a very, very, very strong position to have a lot of success. So guys, that is going to wrap up this training video, an example of 1348 that I had for you guys. If you guys did enjoy the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it. Really helps us out a whole lot though in getting this information out to as many people who do want to learn this strategy and do want to take advantage of all that the market is giving us in these times of volatility. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Subscribe if you guys want more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.